I don't know why you're sitting like this. Yeah, use my mic. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out. Real New Yorkers come out in weather like this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm Jill Fiore. I'm doing these Friday nights at this new cute little spot. And I'm so happy to join forces with Puma, Perl, and Joe. I think I'll botch your last name because
Sztabnik.
Okay, great. And I'm delighted to have these guys, and I'm delighted to have all of you here. You're really good friends, and without further ado, your friend Puma Perl and Joe.
Our friend Joe Sztabnik is going to start out with a song.
Well, I got passion, I ain't got the bucks to fill my heart, man, with another shot of your love. Always filled with my makeup on the walls. You got all the junk, so I guess I better crawl. And your love keeps me on the run. Well, I'm lying here in this dirty hotel room. Pain keeps peeling, man, wanna fall asleep real soon. Mama, she called me on the telephone, said Dad won't sleep away. Won't you please come home, 'cause your love keeps him on the run. Every night I feel so lonely. Every night I wanna cry. Every night I'm the only boy getting high. I got the passion, but I ain't got the bucks to fill my heart, man, with another shot of your love. Always filled with the posters on the floor. You got all the love, so I guess I learned to crawl. And the cops are walking up and down my street. I can't sleep at night, I can't even take a beat. You're always talking about some crazy scheme when I ain't seen a cent, so I guess it's just a dream. And you're always calling up that creepy guy, said better bring the money, 'cause he's gonna stop by. 'Cause your love keeps me on the road. Your love keeps me on the road.
Joe, and thank you everyone for coming out on this cold night, which we only have, I don't know why we have it, but I always like to do Coney Island poems on the cold winter New York City night. So this one is called Riding the Wonder Wheel. We wait for a swinging car, make out like crazy on the way up. By the time we reach the top, we'd smoke a joint, and the ride would end before we knew it. And we'd stumble out, and we'd need passion, like cigarettes with shaking hands. Throw ourselves across boardwalk benches. Rats scurrying by, old men looking at us. We didn't care. our skin was melting. Summer ended, and so did the riot. We cut school, climbed up the fire escape. Your mother was sleeping on a blue plastic-covered couch. We stayed in your room for hours. It felt like days. Doing in your bed never even came close to those wonder wheel kisses. Rocking in the clouds, Coney Island ablaze beneath our happy feet. Anyone go to the Mermaid Parade, like, ever or every year? Or never? Come on, some of you go. A lot of us think it's the best day of the year. We hung out on the roof of Cha-Cha's, watching the Mermaid Parades. This is my favorite day of the year, said Danny, snapping pictures with a camera he'd stolen from the trunk of an old Buick. They need mambo mermaids, I said, as zombie mermaids and vampire mermaids and rockabilly mermaids sauntered by. But he ignored me, entranced by all those pasties and hundreds of tits. I met Danny at the Siren Festival. You could be my Coney Island baby, he said, and we danced all the way up Surf Avenue to the room he rented in Seagate from a bunch of rabbis. We've been together almost a year. You don't need calendars on the boardwalk. Time is told by striped chairs, cyclone screams, wooden horses, twin shadows, and the sound and memories of the thunderbolt. We climbed down from the roof of Cha-Cha's. Danny tried to steal an antique car, but nobody took him seriously. And we drank warm beer and went off to the after parties. We were never invited, but we didn't care. It was the best day of the year, and we weren't worried about a thing. Thank you. I decided to do this next one because it happened right down the block. Literally right down the block on East Broadway, and it's called Punched in the Head. When you're walking down East Broadway and you're carrying a bright red tote containing 4 library books and a small Trader Joe's bag with a colander inside, and your phone and your wallet are tucked away safely in your pockets, and you stop in front of the Manny Cancer Center to look at a photo exhibit, you might get punched in the head by a guy about 5'7" wearing wraparound shades and a multicolored hoodie. But probably your own fault. My mother always told me I read too many books. And when you're walking down East Broadway and you get punched in the head, an older man tells you to calm down. It's okay that you got punched in the head. And a younger man fiddles with his phone and says he didn't see a thing. And your own phone is so safely tucked away you can't take a picture of the guy in the hoodie who who looks over his shoulder when you what the fuck at him and rounds the corner onto Jefferson Street while the also man makes gestures telling you to calm down. Probably your own fault for being a woman who stops to look at photographs and takes her eyes off the road. And after the guy punches you in the head, you tell yourself you should have chased him, you should have clocked him, you should have hit him with a book, you should have hit him with a colander, you should have carried mace instead of a book and a colander, you should have been able to reach your phone. But probably all your own faults. Because you didn't train like a ninja. Because you're not Princess Leia. Because you didn't hear him come up behind you. Because you stood too close to too many amps. Because you had too many crushes on too many bass players. Who wound up with other girls anyway. Because you didn't marry anyone. And now you lack the invisible protective shield of somebody's arm across your shoulders. And after you get punched in the head on East Broadway, you are convinced to file a police report. And the officer who takes the report is too nice to be competent and has the same name as your former dentist and a New York Mets pitcher. And the detective is the same age as your son. And victim services calls and says, and you tell them you hate the word victim, and the detective calls and says it's a crime against the quote-unquote elderly, and you're sure that you don't look elderly, and you hate the word elderly, and then it turns out it's filed as a misdemeanor anyway, sort of like stealing a red lipstick out of Rite Aid. But it's probably your own fault. You should have provoked him to hit you harder. Then at least he'd be charged as a felon. Okay, I'm dropping everything here, and I don't know where we are. Okay, give me a second here.
I thought you were throwing it. That was...
Well, I actually was throwing it. Because the mic was, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I found it. It's called Living on Lies and Concrete. It's nice to do some Lower East Side poems right here on the Lower East Side. I really appreciate this place. It's actually near where I live. And this is called Living on Lies and Concrete. My windows overlook cranes and wastelands. Once there was a park. The buildings across the river told my sunrise. I stare at the ceiling from my bed. I am thankful that I have a bed and my rent is paid. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We live on the LES of lies and concrete. I am thankful for the elevator. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I say it is waiting unbroken. Fuck, 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 I say when it's stuck. And then I kick the wall and hurt my foot and scare the dog. And another night falls, and I count my blessings as I lie awake at 3:30 a.m. And it's sort of raining, but not enough to provide comfort. And I turn the fan off, turn the air conditioner on, and then I do it in reverse and back around, and thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for my fan and my air conditioner and the small black dog asleep in her bed. Thank you for my apartment that I can almost afford, and my 2 kids who usually don't hate me. The morning begins, and I don't write a poem. I I don't exercise except for my walk with the dog, and I don't eat a healthy breakfast except for the egg. But I water a plant whose eyes I've been avoiding, so I guess that counts for something. And my plant is alive, and my kids don't hate me today, and my dog chased the ball, and I ate food, and I live somewhere, and I have a bed. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, and I think Joe's going to do a song. Are you doing this one with Joff right now, or?
Sure.
Oh, what did my voice just do? Are you doing with Joff right now? So I'm 3 years old.
He's over there. You over there, Joff?
Yeah, so
He's over here. Go
He's
ahead,
over
Joff.
where you going?
I'm getting out of your way so you can do the song.
You got my way. You wanna sing too?
Put this chair on stage.
So you need a chair. You want a chair?
Ladies and gentlemen, the chair. I don't have a strap, so I have a chair.
You can have a chair.
It's no Walter Lewis song.
Yeah, let's dedicate it to Trigger.
Old days when
Thank you for bringing, once again, music and people together, Trigger.
Waldo's and the Dragons played for 2 years at Continental. This is one of my favorite songs by Walter. It's called Golden Days. Well, I told you once, I told you twice, these things don't turn out right. I told you then, I'll tell you again, these things don't happen twice. Are you coming round, girl? Gonna pay your bill tonight. Well, you're the same girl, the same face I met you in last year. The same girl in the same place. It never was quite clear why you and I keep on coming here. These golden days go right on by. These golden days deep inside. Golden days keep me crying. I don't wanna ever let another day go by. Alright, y'all. I'll tell you again, these things don't turn out right. I told you once, and I'll tell you twice, these things don't happen twice. Are you coming down, girl? Are you gonna pay your bills tonight? Oh, baby, these golden days go right on by. These golden days. Golden days keep me crying. I don't ever wanna let another day go by. Without your hands
Joff Wilson and Joe Sztabnik and Walter Lord. The LES past independent.
Oh, Elliot.
Again, another Lower East Side poem for those of us who are down on this end of things. It's called LES, Past and Pandemic. I was a child of 10th Street. Police locks and bodegas, open hydrants, rooftops, cerveza on credit. We were young and poor and tough, and we might have seemed hard. But if a child stumbled, 100 hands reached out to break his fall. In the street, on the stoops, under tenement skies, everyone was home. We were always home. I was a child of 7th Street. Tompkins Square Park was our front yard. Handball and Latin nights, rock shows on the bandshell, late nights on the benches. In the morning, we'd clear the sandbox of syringes so our kids could play, chasing each other past the wooden seesaws and the metal swings. The strip, the basketballs, the pills along 9th Street. I got the tea that killed Bruce Lee at the entrance. The park was home. I was a child of 3rd Street. The New Eureka Poets Cafe taught me how words could feel. Lines for cocaine and welfare cheese. Heroin and poetry. Presidential 357, baskets lowered from 5th floor windows, hands creeping out of gates, abandoned buildings waiting for developers, kids sleeping on the Star Wars sheets. 3 eggs for Thanksgiving, Bacardi for Christmas. The streets were home. Down here, in the lower, below Delancey, below ground, I'm no longer a child. The sun rises in my window. Diva and I walk along the East River some days, or maybe along South Street. Now and then, along a journey across Houston to a dog park. And I am home. I am home with keys and a couch, books and television, empty highways and ferries below my window. I am home, but sometimes in those pandemic times, I felt homeless. And then those 10th Street days would flood my memory and remind me that everywhere was home. Stoops and streets and rivers and tenement skies. We are always home. We are always home. Thank you. Our lovely host and MC, and who's also going to play later, and was going to take around the tip jar for us. Thank you, Jill Fiore.
Very welcome, thank you.
Let's see. Okay, I'm going to do another one, and Joe's going to do another one. How are we doing on time, Jill? I'm not even checking the time.
7:54. Keep going.
Oh. Scientists say the world is ending. sounded believable. So I quit my job, fucked the wrong people, stopped paying rent, and developed a drug habit. And guess what? The world didn't end. Just a velvet underground ticket to hell. Another apocalypse, and we can't be late. Grab that rock and roll t-shirt, some black underwear on a high-powered rifle. All basics covered, except for the drug habit. And a bunch of people I fucked who were still all wrong. But that's where you are. That's where you are. I'm never where I am. Look at your feet, they used to say. That's where you are. Blue snakeskin, silver Bowie, leopard suede, black on black, and unattached, unraveling quietly. The hot December sun and the frigid July nights. I look at my feet. There's nowhere to go. Blue snakeskin, melting, silver Bowie, running. There'll be black on black on black on black on black on black and black and black, and all of us waiting. Looking at our feet. That's where we are. That's where we are. Thank you.
This is one that Puma and I did. It's called Gutter Angels. It's on New York Junk's last record. Great song. Trains, angels in the rain, winds of fury in a street, halos melting in a heat, gutter angels up in heaven, looking down upon us all. Bless the homeless, bless the dog fiends, where they fall. You'll be an angel one day too, shooting golden arrows while all our oceans rising, all of the bridges crumbling, gutter angels up in heaven, looking down upon us all. Bless the homeless, bless the dog fiends, bless the sidewalks where they fall. Danny's nickname was Gorilla, Linda's was the Stick. Tito crawled through the windows, Minerva made him pay. And Lenny popped up the car trunks on Christmas Day. Dream yourself alive, she said. It's easy just like walking. Nothing changes since you've been dead, except you feel your aching body. Gutter angels up in heaven. Bless the homeless, bless the dog fiends, bless the sidewalks where they fall. look at this. I got another one
have
now.
Lady Love
Service.
I did have one.
Oh, whichever one.
But I want to use
You
one of
couldn't let her think
Jill's.
she saved it.
That right.
The sky has changed. The sky has changed. 7 o'clock sunlight. I remember how I lied about hating February. The short gray days and how easy it was to be dead. Decades ago, I shot heroin instead of rage. Miles and Coltrane spun around broken needles. A love supreme, my second religion, a naughty meditation. 20 years later, I'm pissed off at the world. I'm too old to die young, and if there's anything new out there, I haven't heard it. So I play. At 9 in the morning was an ungodly hour. Now it's almost midday. I love you, fuck off. Dead bodies, dead cities. Hardcore midlife suicide. I wanna blow up the roads that brought me here. 6 cups of coffee, a boiled egg later. Susie slides down the banister and I'm sick of it all. I'm sick of it all. I'm sick of it all. I miss everything I never did. Feels like memory, but not my own. I never listen, and I love you, and I hate you. And I love you, and I hate you, and I love you, and I hate you. I love you, and I hate you. 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 Fuck off. So I turn the sound on. I love you, fuck off. Don't take that personally. So what do you have time for, like 2 more?
Yeah,
All right.
it's our night. We do what we want. That's right.
We do whatever we want. I want to do Under the World, and then maybe you do the Dylan song with Joff, and we close it.
Okay.
How does that sound? We thought the end of the world was beginning on ground. $5 coffee and yogurt stand. Tall skinny girls and the indie bands. The end of the world was beginning on ground. And it's not the East Village, it's the Lower East Side, where my father was born, when my grandmother died. She was coming up the steps on East Broadway, never made it to the top. I pass it every day. Now my kids can't live where they used to play, and the old are gone, and the new have their way. My father was born on sea. Always east of the DMZ. And I bought my Lucy's on the Mighty D when Avenue B was the place to be. Yeah, Avenue B was the place to be. Now there's a Holiday Inn on Delancey Street. A Holiday Inn on Delancey Street. Used to be a place where the junkies meet. Now you better come correct and you're gonna get beat. But there's a Holiday Inn on Delancey Street. And on Delancey Street. It's not the East Village. Not the East Village, it's the Lower East Side. Good Friday, processions, Chinese French fries, speakers on the sill, parties in the streets, kids in wheelchairs, fire drills. But we're building a new world, beginning on ground. We gotta build a new world, beginning on ground. Forget about those girls and the indie bands and those pop-up galleries and yoga stands. Building a new world, beginning on ground. Gotta build a new world, beginning on ground. Thank you, everybody. We want to hear one more song.
Yes.
So, you want to
Yeah,
Joff, you want to come up?
G, C, and A
We
minor.
could give you a bit. Have you stay around.
I moved uptown to Alphabet City.
It's an uptown boy.
Me and my story.
She's got everything she needs. She's an artist. She don't look back. She's got everything she needs. She's an artist. She don't look back. She'll take the dark out of nighttime, paint the daytime black. Well, she never stumbles. She got no place to fall. She never stumbles. Got no place to fall. Oh, she's nobody's child, and law can't touch you at all. Well, you'll start out standing, trying to steal her anything she sees. You start out standing, proud to steal her anything she sees. Oh, you'll wind up looking through a keyhole, down upon your knees. She wears an Egyptian ring, it sparkles before she speaks. Wears an Egyptian ring, it sparkles before she speaks. She's a hypnotist collector, you are a walking antique. Bow down on Sunday, salute her when her birthday comes. Bow down on her on Sunday, salute her when her birthday comes. Oh, get her a trumpet, Christmas a gun. her anything she sees. On your wine looking through a keyhole, down upon your knees. Ah, she never stumbles, got no place to fall. She never stumbles, got no place to fall. Oh, you're nobody's child, and the law never caught you. Thank you, Joff and Puma.
Thank you, Joff Wilson, and who's going to be here in February with a whole night that he's for February 3rd, I believe, and Joe Sztabnik and on Puma Perl. Thank you, Jill Fiore, and Jill is also going to come up next.